Hey guys, and welcome on in to another episode of Picks on Net NHL Picks and Predictions. I'm your host, Terry Edelman at TE Picks over on X, ready to break down the Sunday slate. This is a pre-recorded edition of Picks on Net. Currently, just before 6 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. No recap for Saturday's slate, as we've only the slate's only started, so most of the plays here at the end of the night did cash on Brandon Hagel anytime goal, which was a nice way to start the day. But we will recap the rest of the Saturday slate on the Monday show. Usually there isn't a Sunday show, but the way the views have been going lately, and the fact that we have a pretty nice 4-game slate, I decided to do a Sunday show again this week after doing one last week. So having said all that, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and we'll jump right into it here. First game is between the Washington Capitals and the New York Islanders. The Washington Capitals minus 125, road favorites here. The Islanders plus 105, home dogs, and a total of 6.5 here in the first game of the day. The Capitals 3-2 in the last 5 meetings between these teams. 3 unders, 1 game finish with a 6 for a total of 6. But here as a 6.5, I think we'll see 6s here for the most part. But it's trending towards the under. We've seen lower scoring games between these teams in the past. How are these teams doing right now? The Capitals 14-9-2 in the season, 5-4-1 on the road. The Islanders 13-9-3 in the season, 5-5-2 at home. The road team has won both meetings between the teams this year. Capitals won 4-2 in New York, and the Islanders won 3-1 in Washington. So far, the road team has won both games, and they've covered the puck line in a lower scoring game. Under 6.5, cashed in both games. Kyle Palmieri out for the season. Really upsetting news for the Islanders, who at 13-9-3 have played better than most people expected, but now they've lost 3 of their last 4 games. 2-1 loss to St. Louis, 1-0 shootout win against Seattle. I was on Seattle in that game. 3-1 loss against Boston, and then a 4-3 shootout loss in their last game against Philadelphia. So the Islanders playing some close games overall recently. The Capitals have won 3 games in a row, 5-1 against Columbus, 4-3 against Winnipeg, 4-2 against Toronto. And the Capitals have been scoring a ton of goals recently. The Capitals offense has been playing very well. Overall 6-1 in their last 7 games. Scoring their last 5 wins, all 4 or more goals, including 7 against Edmonton and 8 against Montreal. So the Capitals offense playing really well right now, which would ultimately scare me off the total here in this game. I like the odds here for the Capitals on the road here in this one. But my play, you guys knew this one was coming. Give me Jacob Chychrun, anytime goal, plus 375. I see a Bet365. I see FanDuel is plus 310, but then I see other books like BetRivers has plus 440 or something like that. So I'm recording this show 6 p.m. Eastern on Saturday night. I've not locked this in. I do want to see, as it becomes available at more books, kind of what the odds look like. But for show purposes, right now I see anywhere from plus 310 to plus 440 in this one. So I put the odds here at Bet365 plus 375 for Chychrun. Obviously, shop your odds for whatever book you have access to. Why are we taking Jacob Chychrun anytime goal? Well, if you've been watching the show for a while now, you know that I was cashing on Jacob Chychrun over half a point for a while now. He is on, bear with me for a second here. he is on when it comes to a point streak. 10 games in a row. He has a point now. 3 multiple point games during that stretch. But when he started more with assisting, but he's on a 5-game goal streak. And we've cashed on him in the last game. Absolutely have to take him once again. Whether you get plus 290, plus 310, plus 375, plus 4, whatever you can get the odds here for Jacob Chychrun. He is hot right now. Continues to shoot the puck a lot as well. And when I was watching that game against Toronto, and just kind of got excited every time Chychrun had the puck. You just kind of had that feeling like he could do something. Looking at his recent games against Toronto in his last game, 4 shots, against Winnipeg 8, against Columbus 4, 2 against Tampa, and then 5 against Montreal. So Jacob Chychrun is shooting the puck a lot, and the puck's going in. We'll take him here at a big plus price here in this game. Second game is the Anaheim Ducks and the Chicago Blackhawks. The Ducks minus 125, road favorites. The Hawks plus 105, home dogs. A total of 6.5 here in this one. And this game here, we have the Hawks who continue to lose. The Hawks on a 5-game losing streak. And I really do think this Hawks team is coming down to earth. I think they got off to a hot start, but maybe one that wasn't sustainable. 10-9-5 now in the season for the Hawks, 5-5-3 at home. And they've lost, as I said, 5 games in a row. Now, they're not getting blown out. 3-2 loss against Seattle. Now, they did get blown out the one game. I shouldn't have said that. A 9-3 against Buffalo. Just a disastrous game. They've struggled against Buffalo. 1-0 against Colorado. Nothing wrong with that. 4-3 overtime against the Wild. Close one there. And then a 4-3 loss to Nashville in their last game. Nashville, a team that they've really struggled against as the Wild and Buffalo. So the Hawks, during this 5-game losing streak, they're facing teams that they've really struggled against. The Ducks, 15-8-1 in the season, 6-5-1 on the road, coming off a 5-4 shootout win, which followed a 5-4 loss against the Canucks, 4-3 overtime win against Vancouver, 3-2 loss against Ottawa, 4-3 win against Boston. So the Anaheim Ducks are involved in high-scoring games right now, and they're kind of alternating wins and losses, obviously coming off a win in their last game. And when we look at past history between these teams, the Blackhawks 5-2 in the last 7 meetings, including the first game this year in Chicago. The Hawks won 2-1 in overtime. When it comes to the total, 1 over, 3 unders, 1 game finished with 6 goals for a total 6, but obviously here 6.5. 1 over, 4 unders in the last 5 meetings. When I look at this one here, I'm definitely not going anywhere near the under with Lucas Dostal out and injured. That means we're going to see here Peter Mrazek and Ville Husso. And neither of those goaltenders are goalies I would trust on a nightly basis. Arvid Soderblom in the last game for the Hawks, 3-4-1, 3.54 goals against average, 879 save percentage. We should see Spencer Knight, who's now 7-5-4, with a 2.48 goals against average, 920 save percentage. He is the better goalie, but the Ducks are playing better right now. So when I look at this game overall, I like Beckett Seneke over 0.5 point. Odds to be determined. I did see they were available, I think, at one book for minus 115. So again, want to see it available at books that I have access to, and obviously that other people have access to as well. But we're going to stick with Seneke. He continues to produce. Now, did get moved to the second line. The lines got moved around a little bit. So Kreider, Carlson, and Terry back together. Cutter Gauthier, Mason McTavish, and Beckett Seneke on the second line. So a little bit of moving around there. I did like Carlson, Seneke, and Gauthier together, but I get it, spreading things out a bit here. Seneke still with Gauthier on that second line, with McTavish in the middle. Why am I taking Seneke over half a point? Well, bear with me for a second. He is on a point streak, of course. He has won in 6 games in a row, 7 of his last 8, and 8 of his last 10. Seneke has been a dependable rookie for this Ducks team. He also has an assist in 5 of his last 6 games. So if you don't like the odds for the point, if you wanted to go for the assist, you could go that way. It'll be plus money, bigger plus money if the point is not around plus 100, around that area. Again, we should see Spencer Knight in net, so I don't know if this is a high-scoring game, but I could see this one. The Ducks have been involved in high-scoring games. I could see this one maybe coming close to that total, but I would lean with the under 6.5. Other guys on goal streaks here in this game. Leo Carlson has scored in back-to-back games, plus 195, but overall not a lot of guys on goal streaks, and then the point streaks aren't currently available. Calgary Flames and the Carolina Hurricanes. The Flames plus 220 road dogs. The Hurricanes minus 270 home favorites, and a total of 6 here in this one. Carolina 8-1-1 in the last 10 games between these two teams. 1 over, 4 unders, 1 game, finished with 6 goals in the last 6 meetings. When I look at this game here, the Flames 9-14-3 in the season, 5-10-1 on the road, but they've won 4 of their last 5 games. The Flames are playing pretty well at the moment, and they're scoring some goals as well. 6-2 against Buffalo, 3-2 shootout win against Dallas, 5-2 against the Canucks, lost 5-1 at Tampa Bay, and then a 5-3 win in their last game against Florida. So Calgary's not playing too bad right now. The Hurricanes ended their 2-game losing streak with a 5-1 win against Winnipeg. What was the difference between last game and the 2 games they lost? Well, Brandon Bussi started in net. I discussed this on the last show. If you look at recent games for the Hurricanes, overall they have lost. They're 4-5 in their last 9 games. 4 wins, 5 losses. All 5 losses, Anderson started in net. All 4 wins, 2 Bussi starts, 2 Kochetkov starts. So when Bussi or Kochetkov starts, the Canes are winning right now. When Anderson starts, they're giving up 4 goals, and they're losing. They're losing games. So when it comes to this one here, I want to know who's in net, obviously. I want to know who's in net. If it's Devin Cooley for the Flames, and if it's Frederik Andersen for the Hurricanes, then I may have to possibly sprinkle on the Flames here in this one. Maybe I would go with the plus 1.5, a minus 115. Not bad odds there at all. That way, if it's a close 1-goal game, I'm okay. Maybe the Flames team total over. I definitely want to see what the odds for that looks like. As I said, the Flames have been winning recently, and they have been scoring goals. And I do kind of think it will be Anderson back here in net. But again, want to see that first. Carolina's dominated previous meetings between the teams, and we have seen unders. So that's the only thing that might scare me off a little bit there. When it comes to guys and streaks here, Joel Farabee has scored a back-to-back games, 4 of his last 5, plus 400. So there's great value with Joel Farabee, who is hot right now. Seth Jarvis has scored in back-to-back games, 3 of his last 5, plus 135 for the Canes. And then Morgan Frost, he's also scored in 3 of his last 5, plus 380 here in this game. But final game of the night, 4-game Sunday slate. We have the Ottawa Senators, plus 125, Road Dogs, and the Dallas Stars, minus 150. Home favorites, a total 5.5 here in this one. Dallas 4-2 in the last 6 meetings between these teams. When it comes to a total of 5.5, 3 unders and 1 over. 1 over, 3 unders in the last 4 meetings between these two teams. I was on the Sens there on Friday, unfortunately, losing a close game against the St. Louis Blues. And I was also on the Stars in regulation, who got the job done. Close 4-3 win against Utah. But Dallas have been winning games in regulation. Have been playing in some close games, back-to-back wins, 3-2 against Seattle, 4-3 against Utah. Previous games before that, they were kind of winning by margin more. And then the Ottawa Senators, 12-8-4 on the season, 6-5-2 on the road, on a bit of a long road trip here. Let me bear with me for a second. Their road trip started in Anaheim on the 20th. San Jose on the 22nd, back-to-back 3-2 wins in those games. LA, they lost 2-1, then a 4-3 shootout win in Vegas, and then a 4-3 loss in St. Louis. They have this road game, and then they head back to Canada and go and face Montreal before playing back at home in Ottawa. So, long road trip for the Sens, and this is not going to be an easy game for them in this one. You guys know what I like here. Give me Jason Robertson. Anytime goal, I'm seeing around plus 130 here in this game. We've been rocking with Jason Robertson on this show for a while now. One game against Seattle, he didn't score, but he has scored in 8 of his last 9 games. That's not easy to do in the NHL. He does have 3 multi-goal games during that stretch. And other than the game against Seattle, he only had 2 shots in that game. Besides that, 5 against Utah, 4 against Edmonton, 6 against Calgary, 3 against Vancouver, 5 against the Islanders, 6 against Philly, 7 against Montreal, 6 against Ottawa. Robertson is shooting the puck a lot, and that is why he is scoring goals. And yes, he did have 6 shots in that game against Ottawa when these two teams faced each other. And that was the beginning of his goal streak. That's where this all started, was in that game against Ottawa. So we will go back to him again, Jason Robertson, here in this game. But there's somebody else. There's somebody else for the Stars that have been scoring quite a bit recently. That's Rope Hintz. Anytime goal plus 200 here in this one. Rope Hintz has scored a goal in 4 games in a row, plus 200. The previous 4 games before that, he didn't score, but he did score against the Ottawa Senators when these two teams faced each other earlier on in the season. In Ottawa, it was a 3-2 win for the Stars. One of those goals was by Jason Robertson. One of those goals was by Rope Hintz. Both guys on goal scoring streaks right now. We will go back to both of them. Rope Hintz plus 200 and Jason Robertson anytime goal plus 130. Looking at any other guys on streaks here for the Senators, Fabian Zetterlund has scored in 3 of his last 5 games, plus 420. And then Shane Pinto has scored in back-to-back games, plus 300. So keeping my eye on Shane Pinto. Overall, he scored in 4 of his last 7. Is he starting to heat up again? Because if he is, we saw at the beginning of the season the big streak he went on when it came to scoring goals. Plus 300 here for Shane Pinto. I don't think that's a bad look here on the slate. But that is the Sunday NHL slate. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. We'll see you back on Monday at the normal time, 1 p.m. Eastern. Although I have enjoyed doing the shows early, and we'll see. Let me know. Actually, that's a great question. Let me know in the comments of this video. Do you guys like the early videos where I do the show the night before? Do you guys enjoy that, or do you like it better when I do the show the day of? Let me know in the comment section of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Best of luck on the small Sunday NHL slate, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Picks on Net, NHL Picks and Predictions. Best of luck, guys.